The Brazilian Grand Prix at the Interlagos circuit is set to be a key moment in the final races of the season. The race is known for its unique track, unpredictable weather, and the high chance of drama. This weekend will be a true test of which teams and drivers can handle the tough conditions and make the right choices under pressure. The history of the Brazilian Grand Prix is rich with championship-deciding moments and dramatic races, making it a favourite for fans and a high-pressure event for the teams. The circuit's location in São Paulo, a city with a deep connection to motorsport, adds to the atmosphere and the sense of occasion. The Interlagos track is a tough test for car designers and engineers. It is a short, fast track that is 4.3 kilometres long, with big hills and a layout that turns left more than right. The track is often called an old-school circuit because of its bumpy surface and challenging corners. The track is split into 3 main parts, and each part asks for a different car setup. The first part has the long uphill main straight and the famous Center S corners, which means it favours engine power and high speed. The second part is a tight, twisty section that needs a lot of grip and strong downforce. The third part has the long back straight and the final sweeping corners, which are key for setting up chances to pass other cars. The track is high up in São Paulo, which makes the air thinner. This thinner air makes the engine work less well and reduces the downforce the wings create. Teams have to use bigger wings than they would at tracks closer to sea level to make up for this. This height difference is a small but important factor that can change which team has the edge. Teams must find a careful balance between needing low drag to be fast on the straights and needing high downforce to keep grip through the twisty middle part of the track. The thinner air also affects the cooling of the cars. Teams must make sure the engine and brakes do not get too hot, which is a constant worry, especially in the warm Brazilian weather. This means that even if a team has a fast car, they might have to turn down the engine power to keep it cool, which would cost them speed on the straights. The tyres will face a lot of stress this weekend. Interlagos is known for being very hard on tyres because of its rough surface and the fast corners, which put a lot of heat into the rubber. For this year's race, the tyre supplier has chosen the C3, C4 and C5 compounds. This is a softer choice than in some past years, which means that the tyres will wear out faster. This faster wear will be a major part of the race strategy. Teams will need to manage tyre wear carefully, and it is very likely that drivers will need to make 2 pit stops during the main race. The driver's skill in keeping the tyres alive while pushing for fast laps will be a deciding part of the race. The teams that have a car that is kind to its tyres, meaning it does not wear them out too quickly, will have a big advantage. This tyre-saving ability can allow a driver to stay out longer or push harder when they need to, which can be the difference between winning and losing. The weather in São Paulo is always a wild card. The forecast for the race weekend suggests that the chance of rain is high, especially on Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures are expected to be warm, staying between 25 and 28 degrees Celsius. The possibility of sudden, heavy rain means that the race could change from a dry sprint to a messy, wet challenge in minutes. When this happens, driver skill and team strategy become even more important. The team that can react fastest and most accurately to changing weather and track conditions will be the one to gain the most from any chaos. The team's ability to make the right tyre choices under pressure, deciding between intermediate and full wet tyres, or when to switch back to slicks, will be a major strategic difference that could win or lose the race. The history of the Brazilian Grand Prix is full of races where the rain has completely mixed up the results, and this year could be no different. The teams will have meteorologists watching the sky constantly, and the pit wall will be a hive of activity, trying to predict the next shower. Several teams are expected to be quick this weekend, based on their car's strengths and how they have performed recently. Red Bull is expected to be very strong. Their car has excellent straight-line speed and is very fast in high-speed corners. This makes it well suited for the Interlagos track. Max Verstappen's great history of driving well in mixed and wet conditions also gives the team an edge if rain arrives. The team's plan will be to use the car's natural speed on the straights, which are key for passing other cars. The team will also rely on the strong teamwork between Verstappen and Yuki Tsunoda to manage the race and maximise their points. McLaren is expected to be a close challenger. Their car is known for its excellent balance and its speed in medium and high-speed corners. This feature is expected to be a big help in the twisty middle section of Interlagos, where good grip and stable airflow are most important. McLaren's car has also shown a particular strength in managing tyre heat and wear, which could be a deciding factor on the rough track surface. The steady performance of both Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri means McLaren can use a flexible and aggressive two-car plan, putting pressure on their rivals. Their drivers are also known for being very good at managing the car in difficult conditions. Ferrari is also expected to be in the fight for the top positions. Their car often performs well on tracks that favour a strong front end and good braking performance. If the weather stays dry, Ferrari could be a serious threat, especially in qualifying. However, their car has sometimes struggled with tyre wear, which could be a problem in a long race on the abrasive Interlagos surface. The team will need to be very careful with their tyre strategy to stay in the fight. Mercedes will be looking to use their experience and strategic strength to get a good result. While their car may not have the raw pace of Red Bull or McLaren, Mercedes often performs well when the race is chaotic or when strategy is key. They will be looking to capitalise on any strategic errors or weather-related chaos from the teams ahead of them. Their drivers are both known for their ability to perform well under pressure and in changing conditions. The Brazilian Grand Prix will also feature a sprint race, which adds another layer of complexity. The sprint format means only one practice session before qualifying, so teams must get the car set up right immediately. This short schedule means any mistake in setup or slow reaction to the track conditions will be a bigger problem, possibly costing the drivers valuable points in both the sprint and the main race. The ability of the engineers to quickly look at the limited practice data and make good guesses for the rest of the weekend will be a quiet but important battle. The sprint race itself is a short, fast race that offers points to the top drivers, making it a crucial part of the weekend. Teams will have to decide how aggressive to be in the sprint, balancing the risk of a crash with the reward of extra points. With the team championship already decided, the focus shifts entirely to the final positions in the Drivers' Championship. The battles for second and third place in the standings are still very close, and the points available this weekend will be crucial. Every point gained or lost will be magnified in the tight race for the final rankings. The pressure on the drivers, pit crews and strategists will be immense, as every tenth of a second and every decision will be magnified in the tight battle for the top positions. The final result will be a true test of which driver has the most complete and flexible car package at the end of the season. The Interlagos circuit, with its special demands and history of drama, provides the perfect stage for this late-season showdown. The final two races of the season will be a true test of nerve and skill, and one thing that is certain is that it will be another memorable season ending. With all of this in mind, what are your expectations for the Interlagos Grand Prix? Let us know in the comments below, and if interested, click on the video appearing on your screen right now.